Everybody to the 2014 graduation ceremony for the 12-year-olds and the presentation of the 12th Annual Kyle Burnett Award. Welcome everyone. It has been a great year, a long one, the longest ever I think we've had in terms of playing games. For a lot of you folks, you have been here for 8 years. It's been a long journey coming over from the T-ball fields to over here. We appreciate all the effort and all the time that you put into the program. This is a great graduating class, our second largest ever, which is really good and is a testament to the parents to keep these kids involved and staying here and playing baseball with us. So, guys, you're looking good. You look really good. Gentlemen, 2 things I want to tell you about real quick. Number 1, it's your parents who have gotten you here through thick and thin and have gone out of their way to get you here, carpools, dealing with some crazy parking, especially today. You guys should be always indebted to your parents for getting you into this program, because it's a great program made great by you guys and most importantly by your parents. So give your parents a big round of applause. Thank you, parents. Number 2, fellas, number 2. You guys are like 12, right? So about 12, 13 years, I expect most of you to be out here coaching. You understand? How many coaches do you think we got in the mix? Raise your hand if you're going to be here coaching in 12 years. Anybody? All right. I expect a whole lot more. All right, so 12 years, come back. All right. It's been a great year. Thanks again to all the parents. Thanks to our league director, Pat Cornelius, who has run our Bronco League. Patrick has been our longtime majors director. We could not have done it without these guys. This has been a very interesting group as it's come through. Every year I try to sort of summarize what I think about the group. This group, I would say, is an aggressive group. Sometimes we've had big groups, sometimes, the talent levels have been all over. This has been an aggressive group. And what I mean by that is this group, in my mind, kind of started out, there were 6, 7, 8, a little slow, and then the baseball took off. And a lot of the kids played an awful lot of baseball out here. They've been very competitive. They've gotten very close. I know the families have gotten close. It's been a really strong and great group of kids, and we were really impressed that, I'm a numbers guy. This group, going back to like 7 or 8, we've had the highest percentage of kids staying from that age group up to 12. And we've got 101 kids in the program. So congratulations to everybody for keeping your kids involved. All right, before we introduce the kids, there are a couple of parents that we'd like to recognize. I hope they're here, because a lot of them have been really integral members of the program for a very long time. First and foremost, he gets no recognition out here, but he is Southern Exposure, and he's the guy that has been taking care of these fields, manicuring these fields for the last 8 years. Well, longer than that, but for the last 8 years, you guys have been here. He does a phenomenal job. He was out here at 4 o'clock this morning getting ready. A big hand for David Bickers. David. Thank you, David, for everything you do. We got 3 Bickers boys here today. We have a couple of league coordinators here, Molly James, Catherine Tolliday, Charlotte Ann O'Neill. I hope I didn't miss anybody. And Amy Getzy. So, ladies, thank you for everything you have done. Appreciate it. We got, I don't know if he's here, we got Billy King, a former equipment director, the dirtiest job at NYO. Thank you, Billy, for your years of service. Andrew Reeves, we got Andrew Reeves as a former league director. Thank you, Andrew, for everything you did. And then we have some really, make sure, because we got some really big stuff. Organized. I always am. I do this every year. You think I would learn. We have got a few guys that I really want to pay some special attention to. First of all, a couple. Austin and Kitty, where are you? You're here somewhere? There's Austin. The capital campaign, which was a huge deal and was a major success, and you have started to see some of the results. You will see a lot more this summer when we start building the parking lot and the driveway. Could not have happened without the leadership of Austin and Kitty. Thank you to the Corrals. Appreciate that. The next one, it's kind of ironic. He came on the scene big time this year and kind of revolutionized the way that we schedule everything out here. and kind of took us to a whole different plane. And I don't know, my only regret was that I didn't find him earlier, but he will be out here for a long time. Ironically, he scheduled a game right there, and he's down on the rookie field, so that's the irony. But if you can clap, hopefully you'll hear it. A big hand for Ed Getze. And then there's people who do around here that are behind the scenes, and then there's the guys that are behind the scenes of those who are behind the scenes. And they're people I count on every day to help out when I need somebody to pitch in, come out here and check on the fields, come out here and check on the scoreboards and the lower fields and do things that nobody else out here will do. And there's a very small group of people I rely on like that. I'm getting all choked up. That's how much this guy has done for us. And again, he's done a phenomenal job, and that's David Dollar. Thank you, David. All right, on to the ceremony. Here we go. Miss Jane, where are you? Come on out, Miss Jane. Jane Wilkins, ladies and gentlemen, our executive director. Jane, what do we have to say to these boys?
You stole my thunder because I always ask them to come back, but I know I'm going to get more than 4 or 5 that raise their hand. You're going to promise me y'all all coming back out here. You're going to come back with your children and everything. So we love you all. We're so proud of you, and we expecting big things for you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful summer, and as you go on to Pony, we'll be watching.
Thank you, Jane. All right, if we can get some of the coaches to help line up the kids. Guys, we're going to line you up. We're going to call you out by the year that you got here, like in reverse. So the last kids called out will be the ones who have been here the longest. So we can get some coaches to help out. We're going to line you guys up starting at third base, coming down the line around second, and we'll end up here at first base, all right? So when you hear your name, you're running out that way. The first group of kids all got here this year. All right? So here we go, guys. You ready? Little music, DJ. All right, from the Angels, Charlie Purdue. And just out, guys. From the Astros, Connor Frank. From the Cardinals, Sims Johnson. From the Giants, Tyler Bride. From the Pirates, Clayton Cross. From the Royals, Charlie Hawk. And from the Yankees, Trip Hickman. All right, next group got here last year, now 2 years. From the Braves, Jaden Jones. From the Dodgers, Davis Eaton. Also from the Dodgers, Parker Mitchell. From the Giants, Brooks Harrison. From the Pirates, Preston Suter. From the Rangers, Lorenzo Tamaz. And from the Royals, Jordan Cully. Next group got here 2 years ago, 2012. We got 5 names. From the Dodgers, Connor Hay. From the Mets, Benjamin Reitman. Orioles, Trenton Davis. Pirates, Stuart Hillsman. And from the Royals, Kerr Woolley. All right, 2011, that's 3 years ago, so that's, the kids would have been 9, AA. We got 5 guys. From the Angels, Jack Dahl. From the A's, Patrick Schroeder. From the Cards, Maxwell Drucker. From the D-backs, William Willis. And from the Indians, Jacob Lorenzo. All right, 2010, as you can see, we got a lot more kids left here. 2010, 4 years ago, from the A's, Jackson Freiberger. 3 players from the Cubs, Alex Radney, Owen Stout, and Hunter Williams. From the Orioles, Seth Nuffer. From the Phillies, Evan Woodrum. Red Sox, Dylan Carroll. And from the Royals, Nick Papadakis. 2009, 5 years ago, so let's see, they would have been 7, right? So this is rookie. All right, from the Braves, Sam Caffarelli. Also from the Braves, Alex Van Langenham. From the Cards, Matthew Kegel. Dodgers, Tanner Bibbett. The Giants, Harris Greenbaum and Henry Richens. The Indians, Blaze Achikar and Ethan. Your home. From what's going on there in the DJ booth. From the Met, Al Barnes. From the Pirates, Joseph Clemente And from the Yankees, Alex Thomas. All right, 2008, now the groups are getting bigger. 6 years ago, these kids got here when they were 6. It was T-ball. And from the Astros, Dobbs Davey. From the Cars, Nicholas Buhay and William Buhay and Skylar Ruiz. From the Cup, it's the triplets, Eli Lynch and Max Pickers. From the D-backs, Lee Fenstermacher. From the Dodgers, Hamilton James. From the Giants, Justin Tardy. From the Indians, Aiden Camillo and Connor Chevalier. From the Orioles, Nelson Comiskey. From the Pirates, Jackson Rich and Ben Tolliday. From the Rangers, Jackson Dollar and Chase Wright. From the Royals, Jack Sims. Will Broxterman, Taylor Cohen, and Joshua Pickman. Well, since we have been doing this is by like 10, maybe more, the biggest group that we've had that got here when they were 5. So all these kids got here in 2007, 7 years ago. They were 5 years old, playing their first year of T-ball out on that T-ball field. Congratulations, guys, for making it. All right, here we go. From the A's, Benjamin Brown. From the Astros, Jago Fleming. From the Braves, Philip Clendenin, Jackson King, Cole Peisowitz, Thomas Smith, and Harrison Wood. From the Cubs, Alec Aronson and Josh Lerner. From the D-backs, Jackson Allred and Carter Smith. From the Dodgers, Sam Hilgeman, Jack Kiefer, Edward Shores, and Jonathan Williams. From the Giants, David Getsy, Sam Harrigan, Daniel Leckie. From the Indians, Christopher Crane and Ryan Ferguson. From the Mets, Billy Kustelenik and Matthew Lambert. From the Orioles, Jack Robeson. From the Phillies, Hall O'Neill. From the Pirates, Griffin Ledbetter, A.J. Romaniello. From the Rangers, Eric Muckenfuss, Drew Reeves, and Christopher Stenglin. From the Red Sox, Jake Sertikowski. We're looking good on numbers, guys, looking good. From the Royals, Joe Chatham, Pete Carell, and Hank Toomey. Last but not least, Wiley Hartley, Thomas Raffini, Ritter Wyndham, and a special note for a guy who got hurt most of the year but came out here every single day, every practice, every game, didn't miss a thing, and finally made it back, Miles Jackson. Ladies and gentlemen, your class of 2014. Okay, I got to read this part because I get a little choked up on this, so I'm just going to do a little reading. Listen, everybody hear me okay? Everybody good? Okay. I want to read you something here. This is an excerpt from an essay. Listen up, guys. I went on to play ball at my high school, and I traveled all over the country with my summer teams. While both of these experiences were great, neither could compare to the place where I had grown up playing ball with everybody who knew me. The ball fields at NYO were truly a place where I grew up. I even met my first girlfriend there, and it was a tough place to leave. My NYO friends are people that I no longer see constantly, yet I seem to hold a strong bond with. The mention of NYO brings back fond memories that I wish more children could have. A place where individuals are still cared for, and there's a family atmosphere that is good for children. NYO is not just a place to play ball, it's a community meeting place where lifelong friends have been made, young boys have grown into men, and athletic skills have been honed. That's an excerpt from an essay called The Ball Fields that was written by Kyle Burnett in his freshman English class at Yale University, October 16, 2001. I'll make it. Kyle and his older brother Lawson were very long-time NYO participants in baseball, football, and basketball from the age of 6 all the way up. Kyle was the kind of kid everybody knew and liked, very personable and fiercely competitive. He moved on to playing sports at Woodward, where he excelled at baseball and football. Both Lawson and Kyle dedicated themselves to their teams and their personal development as athletes and students like few others who have come through NYO. Both moved on to play college ball, Kyle as a pitcher at Yale and Lawson at Wofford College and then the University of New Mexico before he graduated from Georgia. In January 2003, all of NYO was saddened by the tragic automobile accident which took the life of Kyle Burnett and 3 of his Yale classmates. On a personal note, Kyle was the first kid I ever coached, back when he was 8 years old and he was playing on a AA team. And I had the good fortune of coaching that year with his father and my former law partner, Larry. I coached Kyle on a few more all-star teams and a championship basketball team. Back then, when Kyle passed, many of us involved at NYO knew him very well from his days and remembered how he truly understood what the NYO experience was about. In that light, the NYO Baseball Committee established the Kyle Burnett Award, which is given on an annual basis to a 12-year-old in the baseball program who, throughout his many years at NYO, most embodies the NYO experience. The ability to appreciate your teammates and the special and fleeting moments of playing baseball as a kid, finding a love for the game and discovering a level of dedication to the task at hand that can be applied later in life. The recipient is not necessarily the player with the most talent, but someone who has gotten the most out of those talents over a short lifetime here at NYO, while recognizing the importance of team, camaraderie, sportsmanship, leadership, and citizenship. Guys, this year, really exceptional candidates that were put up by your coaches, some very exceptional candidates, some really good stuff that I got to read that was very heartfelt and very strong. You guys should all be proud of that. There were a lot of excellent candidates. We heard a lot about kids maturing and showing the coach a little something extra. So many of these kids in particular are program kids that have been here. They've been here forever, it seems like. The selection committee this year talked to all kinds of people. We talked to umpires. Yep, umpires. We talked to coaches. We talked to parents. We talked to league directors. But over the last couple of years, one particular player has been followed very closely through the program. Current coaches routinely gushed about him, and numerous other coaches in the league, many coaches in this league, loved what they saw both on and off the field. Our recipient has been a long-time constant in nearly all of what NYO has to offer, and he's been a model of behavior for a 12-year-old. Here's what this player's current coaches have to say about the recipient. He's one of those players that come along only so often. He is without a doubt the best teammate I've coached in my 13 years at NYO. Always quick to raise everyone's good play and pick them up when things aren't going their way. Even though he's one of the best players in the league, you never know it. He constantly talks about how good all other players are around the league and always deflects accolades for himself to his team and never ever makes excuses when he struggles. He's a tireless worker who shows up early and leaves late. He's respectful of his coaches and umpires, and he's loved by his teammates. He even volunteered to walk in the opening day parade with their small ball namesake and coach his kids. He's a joy to be around, and in short, is the kind of boy that you never want to stop coaching. And it's the kind of boy you'd be very proud to call your son. I was really awestruck by the number of glowing comments that we had from others about our honoree and the impact that he's had and the impact that he'll continue to have in this program. So, on behalf of the Burnett family, Jane Wilkins, our past winner, Eric Thompson, who is graduating this year from Marist, the Yankees coaching staff, and the entire NYO community, it gives me great pleasure to present the 12th annual Kyle Burnett Award to Wiley Hartley. We have David and Kitty and Hallie come on out. Yankees coaches come on out. Congratulations to Wiley. This is an awesome achievement. This is a little book that I gave to Kyle back when he was 13 years old. We gave to our annual recipient. Congratulations, Wiley. He's got a plaque right here that has his name on it, and his name will be permanently shown on the plaque that hangs right inside the Dallas building. Congratulations to the Hartleys. Congratulations to everybody here. We will now have picture opportunities for whoever wants to lead the pack. I see a lot of cameras. Guys, come on in by the pitching circle if you would. Everybody, guys, come on. 12-year-olds, come on in by the pitching circle, and we'll let the pictures go and start up in about 10 minutes. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you coming out.